Hello, good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox. You're on the panel tonight for this build-up show to season 55. It's the one and only Bridgeman, and of course the legend that is JFK. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Oxygen. Evening, Bridge.
Oh, can I say a huge good evening to you guys in the panel? Massive good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening, and welcome to Rangers Radio. I think the Oxchair's on mute there, guys, so apologies for that.
How are we doing, Bridges? Your missus been watching Fox on Love Island?
Very good. I don't know, I tell you, God, I don't think so.
Oh, he's a dark horse, that you, JFK, isn't he?
Well, it's not a programme that I've watched, so I'm not really up on that type of viewing, mate. So I'll abstain from a comment there.
I can see him coming first, but there you go. That's another story. Right.
Better than following through, I suppose.
Well, Bridge, slowly but surely we're getting ready for the season. Our first friendly games a week Sunday, I believe, home to Oxford. We might have some bounce games while we're away. We don't know yet. The squad's starting to come together. There's been some shocks. Maybe who's been told to find clubs. According to the media, I may stress Graham Dorrans, maybe Rossiter, Grezda, Big Kyle. You know, some of them not a surprise, Bridge.
Well, some of it we spoke about at the tail end of last season, actually, and I don't think we were too far off, really. Ones that we would like to see going or we thought would go. And unfortunately, the one I hoped he would stay for quite a while. I thought Jordan Rossiter was just starting to, by the look of it and the sound of it, just starting to get his feet again and go over sort of maybe 5 or 6, 10 games in a row type of thing, you know, which he never managed to do with the Rangers at all. So he might have just been coming on there, or indeed he might have just been using that opportunity to show his talents and real. And Rangers, I take it Rangers are releasing him, and no cash involved. Is that you think that's correct?
Find yourself in our club, and then you maybe make a deal, mate. You know.
Right, okay.
You make a deal. It depends who wants to move. If he gets offered a good deal, JFK did it. If he gets offered a 4-year deal with somebody, Rangers will say, well, you need to give some money. We're not paying him.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course, Oxshire. You know, I'm out of the mall. I'm quite surprised about Graham Dorrans not being, if that's true, that he's not been offered any other white forward by Rangers. You know, Jordan Ross, I'm a wee bit surprised about that as well. Big Lafferty. Well, he's had his time. And Grezda, he was a misnomer for us, wasn't he? He came and he went, as they say. There'll probably be maybe another 5 or 6 others that'll need to go before we start the season in the 4th of August. So obviously we've got a European game before that, but before the Premiership starts, I mean, if they can find another club, go and go with your blessing, you know. I mean, you played in the blue and we supported you. So apart from Big Kyle, he is a. Well,
the thing about Big Kyle is, I mean, obviously he's Marmite, isn't he? But he'll always be in Rangers folklore for the goals he scored at Kilmarnock.
Of course.
You know?
Of course he will. That was a special day for the big man. So, you know, it goes with best wishes for us all. It came and he tried again, so it never worked for him. So that is usually the case, Ox. Yeah, you know, usually a lot of players. I mean, apart from your favourite player, who came and did the business again. So, but there's no many players coming set the head on fire for a second time. So we wish him the best. But the one that really surprises me is Graham Dorrans. I would like to have seen a fit Graham Dorrans perform for Rangers, but I don't think that's going to happen for us.
I think if the manager's been honest with him, it's look, if everything goes to plan, you might not get a game here, Bridge. It's not that I don't think you've got the ability. It's just that I think there's guys that might just get in the team in front of you, and that's football.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you to a certain extent. Dorrans, I'm really disappointed that Rangers are if indeed it's true, the Rangers are releasing him, because we spent a few bob on him, and he has a horrendous injury, and he's came back and he looks fit. I was hoping, very hopeful, that he'd get a couple of games before the end of the season, which I believe he did, but never starred, and I was hoping he would get his full pre-season and see how he gets on for there, and he would be a great assistant, great experience. So unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Kyle Lafferty, I said it before he came, and I'll say it again. Please don't, Rangers, don't. Nobody in Scotland, don't buy nobody in Scotland, give them nothing, because they're just going to turn on us for sure. So unfortunately for Lafferty, by the way, hats off to him. He came on and scored a couple of good goals for us and helped us out in the European area. So I can't condemn him too much. It's just that, and you know how I feel about giving money to the Scottish teams. I just don't like it at all. Or Scottish clubs, I should say. Sorry, guys.
I don't want to go on about Big Kel, but I think the manager, he let himself doing half the part, and that was the beginning of the end for him.
Yeah,
definitely. His behaviour was poor, to say the least. You know, so I mean, we've all done silly things in life and that, but you know, I mean, he's out there, out in the media, and he's a Rangers player, and he's got to behave himself in the manner that is becoming a Rangers player. So he didn't do that. So that didn't please the manager for reports that we've heard. So he's got to go.
You mentioned the manager there, GFK. We heard from him a couple of days ago, but obviously we've not been on. So get yourself in mute, and we'll hear from our manager, Mr. Steven Gerrard, MBE.
Stephen, tell us about your summer. Very pleased. I think the players have shown a fantastic application. The numbers and the volume of training we've asked them to take part in. Very pleased with the outcome of both weeks, really. Where we are right now, we're definitely where we want to be. Stephen Davis has just turned up as well, which adds to the quality, and the arrival of Katic is imminent as well. So we're going to get stronger as the days go on, which is a very pleasing sight because the squad's already looking strong.
The facilities you've got here in Portugal seem to be really, really top class as well.
Fantastic, top level. I mean, I've been coming here for many years on holiday, and I think this facility's been purpose built for pre-season or warm weather training, if you like. There's certainly no excuses for the players. You know, the pitch is fantastic, the gym facilities, hotels really close. We went to a fantastic location last year in La Cala, but we've tried to up the level again, and that's what we're trying to do both on and off the pitch, is keep, trying to have them elite standards that are going to help us move forward.
Right through last season, you referred back to the work you did at La Cala in Spain. How do you try and replicate what you got there, and maybe even more this year?
Well, I think the players, first and foremost, have got to buy into it. A big part of it, I have to trust Jordan Milson and the sports science department in terms of getting the numbers that we need to hit, in terms of getting that base. And then obviously myself and the staff on the pitch, we try and prepare the players with all the information in terms of tactics, opponents, systems of play, and getting your philosophy over as quick as you can to the new players, but also reminders for the players that have been here over the 12 months, and sort of take all the excuses away. So get as fit as you can, individually and collectively, and then get as well drilled and well prepared you can to so we've got that base that's going to carry us through, hopefully again, to be close to 60 games.
Even just for now, what sort of a base do the players have to build from? Because even at the end of last season, they still looked really quite fresh.
Yeah, well, that's a positive, because the amount of time we have off in the summer, it's not that long where they'll lose too much fitness. So it's important they have a bit of downtime with the families, have a couple of weeks free and off the legs. But they all get individual programs to start before they come back. So you try and get a head start on day one, and they're already in decent condition. The testing that we've done from an aerobic point of view has come back really positive. So the players have showed a great level of professionalism there. So by the time that first qualifier comes round, we can be in the best shape possible to go and get the result we need.
You've been able to integrate your new signings straight into the group. How have they performed so far?
They've done very well. I'd say every one of them so far has been a positive on the evidence we've seen, both on and off the pitch. Good people, hungry people who want to come in and contribute and make us better. That always sends shockwaves around the squad, because people who've been here before realise that the competition is and the level's going to go up. And as a manager, you're hoping that comes out in results moving forward. So the message to the players is keep pushing, because we are going to have options in all positions and a better quality than we had last season. So that's great news for everyone.
You mentioned Nikola Katic earlier. You've also got Scott Arfield away. When they come back, is it perhaps easier to integrate them because they've been playing through the summer?
Well, the reason why they weren't available for Kilmarnock was to try and benefit from that decision now. I think that affected us against Kilmarnock, because I didn't really want to change the team that much. We were on a great run, 5 wins out of 5. But because there wasn't really much to play for, I had to think about now, and I had to think about getting them ready for the qualifiers that are about to hit us. So Katic will come straight back in, so he had his 3 weeks holiday before his tournament, and the same with Scott, but they will have slightly different programs to the others, and but it will be a lot easier for them to pick up the speed and integrate, because their program was different at the back end of last season.
All right, thanks for that.
Very pleased. I think the players have shown a fantastic.
So, go back, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously the usual pre-season sort of sound bites, if you like, Bridge. It's a big part of the football, huh?
Oh yes, indeed, yes. But you know, once again, yes, I think we're very fortunate. He talks so well. He really comes across super duper, in my opinion. I think that we really are a very fortunate club at the moment to get him as a manager. He's doing really well. The teams of players are responding to him, and he tells us what we want to hear, really, doesn't he? Which is how are things going? Well, it's going very well. Simple, you know, and no bullshit, no nothing, you know. Just I like that. I do like that. So the only one that he's not mentioned about coming was the boy Aribo. No mentioned him. He never mentioned him at all.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know him?
That was 2 days ago, though.
It was a couple of days ago.
So I think it's been irrelevant since then.
GFK, you're away like a Dalek again, brah.
Aye.
I'll pass you to the technical team.
Right.
Bridgeman, pre-season's important. Obviously the fitness, you work on your plans, etc. But a lot of morale as well, team spirit, bonding.
Delighted, obviously, my future sorted out.
What's happening here?
I enjoyed, especially.
You alright there, Bridge?
I'm here, pal. It wasn't me, honest. It wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you.
No, I'm like, what can you say? I don't know. I was asking about Aribo, and we were saying that we don't know yet.
It's not there yet.
No? Okay, cool.
No, it's not there yet. I believe he's had his medical, but I'm sure we'll hear maybe in the next day or so. No, maybe 7 or 8 days later after somebody goes for a medical. You know, that would never happen, would it?
Don't know who you're talking about. Still make me laugh.
Now the clue should be in the name. Anybody, there's a subtle one here. The clue should be in the name. Bad name, that the guy that's gone from one club to another. But anyway, Bridge, if people want to join us, what's the number?
Oh, the number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us?
They can join us in Skype at rangersradio.online, and Fox on one hand could bring you in if it's necessary, or indeed Old School Blue will bring you in. But if you've been here before, you should come in straight through automatically.
All right. I've just been sent a message. Somebody that's close to Graham Dorrans. He's really down about. Obviously, he wanted to have a go and drive the club on because he's one of us. And I think Graham will go with the best wishes. Everybody connected with Rangers. If he does leave the club, stranger things have happened, Bridgeman.
Yeah, really. For me, I can only speak for myself. Of course, I would love to see him making it. I'd like to see him finishing his maybe 1 or 2 years, whatever he feels he's got left at the top. And I'd love for us to be the recipient of his good play. But the manager's a manager, and he's got to do it. It's really unfortunate. Terrible, horrendous injury he had. So we need to see how it goes.
Aye, best of luck to him. Anyway, we'll be joined by our first caller of the evening. Evening caller, how we doing?
Hi, Ox, yeah, Blue Star.
How we doing, mate?
I was running a bit daft here earlier on, mate, and I didn't get time to set up my laptop, and I switched it on there and was listening to these. How good is it, how refreshing is it to hear our manager talking? And in all seriousness, see when you hear some of these other guys, I've been watching Sky most of the day, and you're talking about Mourinho, you're talking about Benitez, all these guys down south, and then you just hear him talking. I'm telling you, I'm bewildered by him some of the times. He talks as if he's been a manager for years and years and years. The guy just carries himself with so much class, and he's telling you exactly how things are. And not a lot of guys do that in the present day, especially even to their own fans, because they've always got, as you know, they've got to keep so much back. But he tries to be as frank and upfront as he possibly can. I think the guy's just honestly, I think he's so refreshing to listen to. I think he's fantastic.
I think he's a great orator, great speaker, good for the club, and he'll have that streak in him. He'll have that mean streak in him where, for instance, we've just talked about Graham Dorrans, where he's making unpopular decisions, you know, and unfortunately in football, you have to have that mean streak in you to be successful.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and it's part and parcel of the job, you know. If he thinks somebody else isn't hacking it and he's got to bring other players in, that's just so be it. I'm like the rest of the guys. I know the guy. I know his father and that, and I genuinely thought I really did. I thought he would have made it this season, but obviously something's happened, and it certainly looks as if he's been told to leave. In fact, I know he has. So whether he gets another club pronto or not, I'm not so sure. But we hope we wish him well, and it's just one of these things that hasn't worked. Obviously, the injury didn't help matters, so we only can wish him well. Can I go into the bit that Bridgeman was talking about there? This guy Aribo. Mm-hmm. I've been looking at bits of him, also obviously on YouTube, etc. And going with what these other blokes are saying to the press, that this guy definitely seems to be a player. And you can only go with this morning's, for instance, with the guy Boyer at Charlton. And you can see he's absolutely seasoned. So he was obviously wanting to keep the guy. So going with the last couple of games he played there, I'm out of the moon. He certainly has signed, but I think they're holding it back to Friday, for what I hear. So I think he'll be a brilliant addition, and I think you can take it as gospel that he'll certainly be there or thereabouts the first team in a lot of the games. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
I'm always dubious with any signing, big or small, mate. You just need to give him time and see how it works, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aye, I'll bring JFK back in. I think hopefully he's sorted his issue. JFK, I'm always dubious. You need to give people a few games to see how to settle in.
Am I talking like Doctor Who and Dalek still, aye?
No, mate.
No, you're talking, you sound like JFK for Knightswood.
Good. I think I sorted it.
You had it with
how you doing, Blue Star?
All right, Jimmy, how's things?
I'm all right, pal. Going to the Aribo thing, I think you're reading a wee bit much too into it, Blue Star. I think that he knows he's a player, right? And I think the manager down there decided that he wanted to sell him down there, because the talk is he'd probably get 2 to 3 million for him down there because of the laws of the cross-border transfers.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I mean, he'd have kept him if he could, Blue Star, but he is a player, but let's not kid ourselves on. We've all seen players in the past on the YouTube and Facebook and that, and they look $1 million stars and that, and they turn out to be donkeys. But I'm not going to say Aribo is that. Same as yourself, I've looked and I've watched things. I'm in a different position. I've actually saw him a couple of times, playing for Liverpool, and I think he's a player, and I think he will enhance our squad. And I'm saying that he will enhance our squad. I don't think he'll be a first team player right away.
You're speaking about, Jimmy.
Make sure we don't get mixed up here. We're talking about the boy for Charlton, not the boy for Liverpool.
I'm talking about Aribo for Liverpool.
Aye,
No. That's Ojo.
No, Ojo's for Liverpool, Jimmy. Aribo's not.
No for Liverpool. Ojo. I meant to say Ojo. I think he will be a player, and also on Aribo. I think the manager there, Boer, was being a wee bit disingenuous with some of his comments on him. But
it's the media, mate. I mean,
I know. I got myself mixed up there. Because I was trying to fix my microphone out there. On Ojo, I think he will be a squad player. Aribo, I think, will be a squad player as well. I don't think the guys will be automatically first team players. That's just my assumption.
Can I come in on that for a minute, Oxtia?
On you go, Bridge.
It's just to say one thing. What I saw on Follow today was that there's this move for Aribo. I don't know how true this is, so maybe somebody could tell us if it's true or not. But he's coming up for something like close to £20,000 a week. He's like that. Remember the deal that they did with Fulham for Dembele? But I think he was on about double that. I think he was on about 40 grand a week or something like that, the Dembele boy. So he's coming up as a special deal from a transfer perspective.
Because you're not paying. Rangers will pay 300.
It's not a loan.
No, but it's a cross-border stuff, mate.
That's right, but 300,000 development fee type thing, right? Well, I think the reason we're getting them is because of that's what I'm hearing. So whether it's true or not, I don't know. Something close to 20 grand a week is what's on offer. What I was meaning was, if he's coming up with over 20 grand a week, he's hardly going to be, I would imagine, a squad player.
I agree with you, Bridge. I think he's an absolute stick-on. He's a certain starter. They've been chasing him for absolute months. I know that for a fact. He's a stick-on. Our manager's looking to put him in the first 11 without any shadow of a doubt. Make no mistake about it.
It looks that way. That he could be looking to put him straight in, but only time will tell, and getting the shape and the system right and how he fits in. There's a lot of anomalies. Anyway, people want to join us. What's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
And now JFK's got his brain on. Where else can he join us, JFK?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online. And also, if I'm monitoring Facebook here, and I've just told the guys at Facebook who are listening through there that you can post a question on Facebook, and I will pass that question on to the guys.
You sound as if you're coming to the moon.
We're going to have to drop you, brother. I'm sorry, mate.
Right, well.
I don't know what the issue is. I wish we could help you. You sound like Norman Cholera with flu. Well, for JFK can get that sorted, and he's been trying hard with the boys in the background. We don't know what it is. He's paid a lot of money for some of the gear he's got, and it's not working. So apologies, and hope JFK gets it sorted ASAP. So I know that was some noise, but
it's a sin, it's a sin.
I know, because he's really enthusiastic and he's got a lot to say and some good points, and he'll be back. He'll get it sorted. I'm sure he will. The squad's coming together. We seem to have a lot of midfield players, bitch,
Aye.
Maybe I think we could maybe a striker and maybe a centre half,
Well, a good question for maybe the boys in the lobby will be able to tell us. And by the way, speaking about the lobby, I see that our good friend Mount Vernon Loyal's in the lobby. So good evening to you, pal. Nice to see you. Hope everything's okay. As far as what was I going to say? Ask the lobby this. What was I going to ask? The boy that's coming to us is the big fella they got from Who was it who got him from? Oldham.
Oldham.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Edmondson.
Is he a left footer?
I don't know.
No.
What school he went to.
No, he's right. He's right-footed, Bridge.
He's right-footed. Okay, pal. Okay.
I don't know him that well, Bridge.
6'3". Huh?
I don't know him that well.
No, I know. No, I was just wondering because I'm looking for I'm still looking for the big 6'4", 6'5", preferably centre half that's left-footed. I'm absolutely desperate for that for the Rangers. What a difference it would make, I think. But welcome to the boat. Welcome to the Rangers, Mr. Edmondson. Welcome to the Rangers. Looking forward to seeing something fresh, good.
What I was told about that boy, I'll say the jury's out for everybody when you sign him, but he's got quite a good turn of pace for a defender, Bridge. That's what I've been told.
Well, that would be good, wasn't it? Because I've said to you for a long time, we've been missing someone with the speed of Bjorkson and even, what's his name, the wee Australian boy that was with us
Craig
for a
Moore.
long time. Craig Moore, he was pretty fast over
The trouble is, Bridge, you put all your diddies at the back, you know what I mean?
Hey, you! Shocker that you are.
When you're picking all your players in the playground, you go, right, him, he's rubbish, put him at the back. That's what happened to you, mate. That's what stifled you.
All the good looking ones were in the midfield, is that what you're saying?
Well, sometimes.
The little turn up, a wee bit trickery in them.
Aye.
Yeah, they were the ones that made it happen.
For about 10 minutes, Bridge.
Well, that's all you're looking for in a midfielder. 10 minutes of class, but as I get in there and do it, We've all played with some people a bit like that, and they just explode onto the scene for wee short bursts during a game.
Yeah, funny, we made a point in jest there that it's been mentioned that it's that spark and that creativity that we've lacked to open up teams at Ibrox, Bluestar.
Yeah.
Do you see these boys for Liverpool and Charlton, they're going to be maybe that spark to help Arfield and all the other lads, maybe?
Well, yeah, the interesting thing on Aribo is certainly 10 goals it's reported they got last season playing for Charlton. Ojo certainly has a turn of pace. I dare say he'll chip in with a couple. As I said the other night, the one guy, and he's not getting heralded as much as obviously the others. When I seen him playing with Kilmarnock, I watched him going by 2 and 3 players as if they weren't there some of the times. See, Stuart's got incredible ability. What he maybe lacks is he's not what you classify as a winger. He sits behind the striker a bit like Arfield. And to me, he definitely has the ability to break down defences. There's absolutely no question about that. Whether he's going to be getting the amount of games of that, Nene is no. But he certainly has creativity. There's no doubt about that. But going on with manager, Ox, I don't know if you heard the interview that I think it was yesterday he gave to Sky. The 2 positions that he mentioned that they were definitely still looking to bring 2 players in were centre half and a striker. I mean, he did say that.
That's because he phoned me before he interviewed with Sky.
Well, there you go. But he did say that, so that was good to hear as well, because we all know we need those positions strengthened.
I still think, Bridgeman, that maybe our marquee signing's not in the door yet.
Well,
yeah, I agree with you.
I think the Aribo guy might be a marquee signing, to be perfectly honest with you. That could be. I don't know anything about the guy. I'd never heard of him until, let's say a month ago when his name came up. And I don't know anything about him. I haven't seen any YouTubes about him. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of our, as you know, looking forward to seeing all of our players and looking forward to having full-time players, as few loans as possible. I'd love it if we can get to young Ryan Kent back. That's the kind of quality we're looking for. But can I just say to you, Oxtail, there's a boy, Rick 0706, says, when Oxtail played, it would have been inside forwards and half-backs. Midfielders were not invented then.
No quite, mate. No quite.
Somebody thinks you're old.
No, no.
I'm only joking.
I'm still quick after over 2 yards. Bluestar can vouch for that.
Great.
Anyway, we've been joined by your mate Stardog. Evening, Stardog. How are we doing, brah?
How you doing, boys? You alright?
Aye, no bad, mate.
Evening,
What's on your
Stardog.
mind?
Good to hear JFK back working again.
Aye, he's got problems with his mic, but it's always good to hear from you, JFK.
Aye, that's it, mate. Just on what JFK was saying about Aribo, I'm the same as yourselves. I've went and done a bit of good research on the boy.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the play last year. He's a player, mate. There's no about it. But Barisic is also a player. You know what I mean? So it's whether he can
Aye,
have
exactly.
him. I'm a bit dubious, the same as yourself, Ox, mate. But I mean, I'm excited about the boy, and I think if all goes well, I mean, like say Graham Dorrans, it's Stevie G's in a position where does he stick or does he twist, mate? He's got to win the league this year. He can't afford for Dorrans to come back maybe 3-4 games and get a serious injury. I reckon the road we're going down with these fresh young boys, got a lot of fighting that. I think that's the way to go, and it's a shame because he's a Rangers man, but it's stick or twist, mate. What do you do, Ken? You can't take that chance. It's the same with Rossiter and all. It's just too injury prone. You can't take these boys into a season and just hope for the best. We can't afford that this year.
It's a cruel game, mate, where there's no sentiment. That's the trouble.
If we win the league this year, Ken, what I mean? He's made the right choice, hasn't he?
Only hindsight. It's easy to manage in hindsight, but on it.
That's it, mate. But no, I think he's making the right moves. So I think he's making the right moves, and as I said, but the boy Aribo and the boy Ojo, I've watched a lot of Liverpool's under 22 games and under 23 games or whatever, and I mean the boy's brilliant. The boy is brilliant, and all he needs is consistency. That's all he needs. He just needs consistent games, shine really well. And he said that himself, the boy. He's lacked consistency. Managers have kind of no wanted to put him out there every game and things like that. So DVG will use him, and obviously he knows the boy for Liverpool also as well. So I'm happy with the signings.
I can't see them all playing, but I think
I can't see. It's a fight for the right wing for me, and I think Ojo's the best out of Greg Stewart and Jake Hasty and Ojo. Obviously, the left wing's undecided.
what about Candias?
Candias doesn't fit in for me, mate. I think he's going to be a squad player this year.
Or is he off?
Nah, I think he'll be a squad player. I think we would be open offers for him so day, but I think he's with the squad now because he's a player that can't be used next year. I think we'd be open to offers for him for sure.
All right, but in the left, you're saying on the left, obviously, Kent's not about Jamie Murphy.
Jamie Murphy's there as well, but if Ryan Kent comes back, I reckon he'd nailed that position, mate. But so that's kind of undecided now, but I think that needs to happen in the next week or two because we need to start getting a team together for these Europa League qualifiers, and I think Jamie Murphy probably will come back in. But then again, Jordan Jones has been looking good in international duty, so that's a tricky one, mate. And it's good. It's a good to see Nick help, so it is. But if Kent comes back, I reckon he'll have that position nailed, and I reckon it'll be Shay Ojo on the right. I think that's who he'll go with to start with anyway.
Great. Aye, on you go, mate. With competition for places, Bridge, aye?
Oh yes, most assuredly, and as Stardog mentioned there, you get Murphy coming back with a bit of luck. If he comes back and he's fine. I'm really excited. I said to you way back when we signed that boy Jones, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing that boy Jones. I think he is going to be a fabulous player for us. I think he's got it all. He runs a lovely run. Great to see him run it, and he has a shot at the end of it. And I'm happy. He scored a few goals against us, or made a couple and scored one. I think he's going to be really good for us. Sorry?
I think he only scored 2 goals all last season, Bridge, but as you say, he's got the talent there. I would just like to see him. Maybe this is the place for him. I mean, he will all have the majority of the ball most of the time, so he'll have all the time to defend and things like that. I would just like to see a bit more for his end game, mate. But I mean, he's a good player.
Scored a smashing goal against us, man. He must have ran 30 yards. And the energy left to have a shot. That's good stuff, you know.
Good stuff. They shot him down.
Well, yeah, of course, we can look at it from our own side. But I'm just saying, as far as I'm concerned, I think he's a good player. And we'll get him and Murphy. As far as I'm concerned, him and Murphy fighting out for the left wing position. Yeah. I would
100% agree with that, mate. But I'm just saying, I think if Ryan Kent comes back after the season he had last year, I think he'll have nailed that left wing position. That's only if he comes back, though.
Of course, pal. Of course. I think, by the way, it's a big difficult that one that. Because we've got at least another 2 weeks to wait until the English window opens. They don't come back for the pre-season. You know, they only start. When is it, a week on Monday or something like that? They come back. You know, it's just we've got all that time to wait, and obviously we don't want to wait because we want to get whoever signed up and get them.
Anyway, can I cut across you, but I didn't get these teeth worn in for the new season. Stardom could be nasty. Just turn your mic down a wee bit, mate. For Fox, and we'll be joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Hi, Oxter. How you doing? Big Stevie for the drum. All right, lad. Hi, Stevie. All right, Jimmy boys. Jimmy there.
Jimmy's no ways, mate. He's having technicals, mate. Did you get your parcel I sent you?
Would that be a food parcel?
No, it was a pair of brown shoes of a particular style.
Oh, I see, yes. Yes, no, I've not received anything, and saying that, my postman's a bit dodgy, so he is, so...
I wondered how
it must be Stevie when he's sending food parcels.
How did they have to put 5 addresses on the one box?
5 addresses, aye, no fixed abode. How you doing, lads? All right? Aye, bang on, man. I'm excited for the new season coming, especially when you hear we've broke a record for season tickets and stuff. I mean, the Bears have never let that side down, never. It's absolutely amazing. And just all the wee snippets I've been watching for the training sessions, Mr. Souness turning up and stuff like that. And things are all going in the right direction on and off the field. The feel-good factor's back, guys. I'm really optimistic about the start of the season. I think, in my heart of hearts, I'm hoping that there's another centre forwards will come on board shortly. There's not really been a lot of marquee signings, but the boys they're bringing in so far seem to have a good bit of that hunger and desire when they're talking and stuff. You know, they definitely want to play for us, play for Stevie G. And we just need to wait and see where it brings us, guys,
Yeah.
Aye, all signings are a gamble. Stardog was saying this. Stardog doesn't matter how much pedigree you've got. Every one of them's a gamble.
Can you hear me? Aye, is that better?
Sorry.
Aye.
Was that better for volume, Ox? Aye.
That's fine, mate. That's a bit better.
Aye, like I'm saying, mate, I mean, Barisic, we've seen that. He's Croatia's left back. They've just been to a World Cup final, so he's obviously not a bad player. It's just, can you handle the physicality of players kicking you every time you get the ball? Because it's a physical challenge more than anything. Aye, being technical is very good. And it's all very well and being technical, and that is good to be technical up here, but you've got to be physical, mate. You've got to have a bit of dig about you. And these boys that are coming up here, I mean, we've seen Ovi Ajaria. He could play football, but he had no fight in him. And he said that to Gerard Issel. I think that was the reason how it named. It's too physical for him.
Aye.
So, going back to that, mate, this boy he played all season in League One for Charlton. So he did this midfielder we've got in Aribo. So, I mean, they're physical down there as well. So I'm hoping he's been used to that. And he is a technically gifted player, so he will be used to players hanging off him and kicking him and things like that. And he's a physically strong boy. So I'm excited about it. But aye, you've got to have a bit of dig about you, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, talking about people with a bit of dig. Hopefully he's back with us, Mr. JFK. Hopefully he's back with us. So, Stevie, we're building a squad, slowly getting there, a lot of competition for places. I'm with you, mate. I think the marquee sign is still to walk in the door, but I think we've been active in the market so far.
Oh, 100%, Ox. I mean, what most days we'll pick up a paper or we'll see something on Facebook or on social media, and we're in contact with everybody. You know, Rangers are linked to absolutely everybody. This guy and that guy. Until they're standing there, you better just keep your powder dry. But, you know, I just sit back and watch things unfolding. And I like the way Rangers are doing their business. You know, everything's kind of low key. Nobody seems to know, not even us. We're all wondering when. But the bottom line is, guys, Mr. Gerrard knows what he's doing. You know, and he's got a good understudy there and everything else. So just go to time, just bite my bottom lip and out. It's coming. My marquee signing's still to come. That's what I think anyway. And these guys are the guys, when he does come, he'll not be a guy that's getting put on the bench. He'll be a guy that's going to go straight onto that part and lead for the front, you know. So that's what I'm hoping. And I really do think it will come.
All right,
sorry.
On you go, Bridge.
I was just going to say to Stevie that I'm really hopeful and I agree with 100% what you're saying. I do believe we've still got one decent signing to come in that people can play beside. You know, people want to play with, you know, and be part of the sort of group that plays really good football.
I think somebody's got a show in the background. Are you with us, GFK?
Ox, mate, and I'll get a taxi down there and chap his door.
I don't think he's been paying his bills, mate. I've got to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Did he say the other show there his Orange Lilies were out? Mate, I'll get down and chap his one day.
Take him one of the power cards down there.
Stardug's your man. If it's a meter, it's a Stardug. It's probably
electrical expert.
Hey, you guys all right?
Oh, I'll be back.
There he is.
Oh, sorry. How are you, GFK? Everything all right?
Nah, it's no, mate. I think my computer's packed in, pal.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God, I thought it was just the earphones.
Nah, I think the sound card and that's gone.
Oh, dear.
I was going to get you a £1.50 set of buds. I'm not buying you a new computer.
It's just, I don't know what it is. I need to reset it, guys. So I'll see in a few days, all right? Because I can hardly hear these.
Jimmy, you've had that Commodore 64 for you left school.
Right, guys, I need to go. Bye.
You'll be taking that. That'll be in the art galleries, the Enigma machine. Oh dear. Poor GFK.
Stevie, that was
absolutely devastating.
What was that, Stardug?
I'm saying, mate, that's a shame, man. Everybody piling into him. See if that was me and I was looking forward to the new season at half season and it just didn't happen for me like that. Dave shows I'd be absolutely devastated, man.
It's a cruel world.
When Stevie,
Just wait till your meter goes started.
Out with the tinfoil.
Stevie, you still get that big battery?
I'll get my coat hanger.
When Stevie see JFK, I'll be getting stoned. I'll be stoning him, throwing stones as he walks by. Yeah. Very good. That was clever. Very clever.
Oh dear, poor GFK. It's always somebody's getting it, as long as it's not us. Right, where were we?
God, goodness, that's a sin.
I know.
Well, I was going to say to you, mate, what about Stevie Gerrard said about Katic? Do you think he's got a big season ahead of him?
Well, I thought Katic finished the season very well. Obviously, he started the season okay, and then he seemed to just disappear out of the team, Stevie, didn't he?
Aye, for me, started the season brilliant, and then I don't know whether it was the case with your man for Nottingham Forest. Was granted he had to play so many games. I don't know what the script was there, but he was dropped out the team like a ton of bricks, and then he came back and he finished the season absolutely brilliant. He finished the season the way he started it. But Stardug was saying there, I mean, there's every one of these players, it's a big season for them this season. Let's not kid ourselves on. They've all got to bring their A game every week. No more silly draws. You know.
Do you think he done Stevie, do you trust him, but Stevie?
Do I trust him?
Do you think he did enough? Stevie G to trust him as the main man next to Goldson next year? That's what I'm asking. That's my general question, mate.
Right.
Do you think he done enough to trust him as the main man next year in there with Goldson?
Well, Stardug, what I will say is, if we're going by the way he ended the season, I would say aye.
I would agree with that, mate.
Aye, I would honestly say aye. The big man, I watched him, it's the under-19s there, wasn't it? I was watching a couple of games there in the under-19s, and he didn't look out of place. He played well, so he did. But, no, for me, well, who else could you really play him with? You know, we've got the new boy we just signed, and you're going to fling him. That's a bit of a gamble on it. We've not really seen him. So I would definitely say aye, Katic and Goldson. 100%.
I would agree with you guys, but at the same time, you're talking about flinging Edmondson, and that's exactly what he done with Goldson and Katic, sure. I mean, they hadn't played for us before. They were basically brought in and played.
I know that, though, Star, but see, now that they have played for us and they've been tried and tested, as Stevie was saying there, mate, it's hard to knock Big Katic now. He's not done anything out of place.
Oh no, I would play him without a shadow of a doubt. The last 5-6 games, the guy never put a foot wrong, and he actually played well. As I say, I still maintain, out of the ones we had, certainly last season, there's no question about the fact that he was the best in the air at set pieces. He was when you go
Start, do us a favour, slow down and let people finish, then we'll bring you in, because we're all cutting across each other, yeah?
Right.
It's just Skype, there's a slight delay for everybody. Bridgeman, you're a centre-half expert. At the moment, are you going to be Katic?
I was going to say earlier, when we were asking the question about the pre-season, this is the most important time for any player, is to get a pre-season under his belt with his new mates, even with existing mates, and just to see how if you were part of the squad before it, and let's see how you feel during and after it, if you still match up to what the other guys are like, and if you see any differences and feel any differences. Any new guys coming in, it's absolutely essential that they get time with their new mates. Absolutely essential. And from a centre-half perspective, I'd be delighted with Katic. I don't have a problem with Katic and Goldson. I think they would take us through the season. But we need to get the fullbacks right from a defensive perspective. I think, you know how I feel about Barisic. I think he's a fabulous player and he's got it in him. I think he's got it in him. However, I'm under no illusion. He has to do the defending. He's been found in the wrong side of the fullback, or the attacker, and left himself wide open and caused us, shall we say, some dangerous moments and in fact some goals. So he needs to get his act together from a defensive perspective. But he needs to get a centre. He needs to get that post-season. He needs to get a pre-season under his belt with the guys, and the manager can then see everybody when they're under pressure, and then when they come out of the pressure, they'll see what they're like, and then see what they're like when they start talking to each other from a social perspective, because all of that matters.
Aye, it's this blend, Blue Star. It's not always your best players that make your best team.
No, that's correct, and you would quantify to that, Ox. You were one of the few guys you're due in the sense that when most of the guys were all raving, they go to play Katic. No Katic. Go to play Kent. You've got to play Kent. And you were the very one that kept saying, more often than not, Kent had more bad games than he did good games. Now, that's fact. What we do know is, whenever he turned it on, he was a match winner, as he did in the 2 games against Celtic. But in the other 2 games against Celtic, he was, let's not beat about the bush, he was one of the worst. And some players get away with it because fans are fickle. We are. Some players get away with it. They get a name and that's it. Or they're a Rangers fan at heart, so therefore they get games they should be playing no matter what. It doesn't work that way. And Stevie G's found that out for himself. And the thing with Katic was, there's no doubt about it. The first dozen games, Katic and Goldson, they played. They didn't just play well. They played really well. Then we heard a couple of stories about something to do with his family or whatever, and he was dropped. He was then brought in again. And for whatever reason, he played the 2 games. I didn't think he played bad, but he was dropped again for Worrell to play against. Now, whether we know that was to do with something to do with Worrell's contract, we don't know. And at the moment, it's all guesswork. Whether, as Stardog says, whether he thinks he's good enough to start along with Goldson, who knows? We really don't know. He's maybe earmarking Edmondson, or again, he's already said he's looking for another centre-half. So I think it'll be the same way a lot of positions, honestly, Dave. I don't think you're going to see with the main nucleus, I say, 8, 9 players playing most weeks. I don't think you're going to get that this season. I really don't. I think there's going to be quite a few positions where they'll be chopping and changing for various games. I honestly do.
I think from a centre-half perspective, the manager will be in his mind. His mainstay will be the 2 that he's got there, Katic and Goldson. But the boy Edmondson has got to be, shall we say, tested. And during the sort of, shall we say, the pre-season, he'll find out if that boy's got it. Based on what the wee snippets you guys were saying earlier on when we were speaking about him, he's quite a big unit and he's quite good. and a wee bit, I've never saw any YouTubes of him, but some folks say he looks quite good, and it'll be interesting to see, because Goldson just lacks that wee bit pace in getting back. That might come through this season. This pre-season might show he's actually improved on that. But I don't know if the boy's got pace. I think he'll just walk right into the team if he's got pace.
So, I mean, there's the likes of Goldson. Goldson hadn't kicked a ball for over a year and a half when he joined us, and yet he played he played basically more than 3/4 of our games. So he done really well in the sense that he didn't have games under his belt for over a year and a half, you know. Some players hit the ground running, and some take a bit of time.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Bruce. What was if you think about Goldson scored a couple of own goals. He got found out a couple of times from a pace perspective and gave away silly free kicks, and I think he even gave away 2 penalties. But I'm not too worried about it. He still was, to me, still the most accomplished centre-half that we've got. But Katic was coming onto a game, and he looks as if he's a big unit. And if we can get him right and get him sort of ready to go forward, you might find it's Edmondson and Katic that forms the double centre-half. That's what I'm meaning with that. We're still hoping a big 6'5" animal, and he'll sort it all out for us. That's what I want.
Bridge was a culture player, Stevie.
It sounds it.
Well, you know,
he always retaliated
I think it's very simple at the back. You've got to be able to read the game, number one, and if you can read the game and you start to, shall we say, watch what people are going. Your anticipation's better. Everything about it's good, and you know what you're expecting. Sometimes you can't react to it quickly enough, you know, and that's when that'll be the downfall of you. But it's really quite simple. You need to be able to be on your toes and available. And that's why I was mentioning about Barisic there. You saw maybe 3 or 4 times, so obvious, you could see the guy got the goal side of him. God knows how many times. Sometimes we manage to recover it. But whenever you're at that level, whenever you let somebody in a goal side of you, they will be past you in a whisper. Just gone. You have no chance. So that needs to be all sorted out. And of course, the manager knows all these things. He's not stupid. So let's hope he comes away with the solutions.
Anyway, Ox, I'm going to leave you in now and have a good the rest of the show, guys, and I'll try and get on the following night, okay?
Well, we're not back till Monday, mate. We're not back till Monday.
Back to Monday, no bother.
We start the season, that'll be the start of the run right through to next May, hopefully June if we're still celebrating 55, we have 10 special shows.
Absolutely. Right, guys, enjoy the rest of the show and keep up the good work.
Cheers, Start.
Cheers, guys.
You must be taking the computer up to JFK's.
A motor.
Anyway, it'll be interesting to see. I think it's great we're getting competition for places. We've moved again. We're moving in the right direction, Steve, here.
Oh, 100%, Oxford, aye. For me, I mean, I was looking at a wee thing there. I can't remember where it was on, but it showed you the possible 2 teams that we could play. And by the way, they're very, very strong teams, you know. And that to me just, if you look at what we started the last year and how many changes went out and how many changes came in at the start of the season, Stevie G just coming in and stuff, and you look at the base that we've got coming into this season, it's night and day, Oxford, you know. I just think, I'm really optimistic. I think we're definitely getting silverware this year anyway. That's 100% guaranteed. And no things just on the parts on the up. After part, everything seems to be ticking there. Absolutely fantastic. And the only one we hiccup after part is still the carry on with our strips. But that'll pan itself out. But everything else is on the up, guys. And as I say, see the 2 teams that I was looking at, the possible 2 teams, I mean, you could play any one of them. You could play any one of them against your Hamiltons and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? And you'd expect them to win, you know. So the base that we're starting with this season is night and day compared to the kind of base, the roots that we started with last season. 100%. Things are looking great. There was another wee thing, guys, I was wanting to talk about, but the season tickets.
Hold that, mate. Hold that thought, yeah.
Right. Right,
Hold
okay.
it, and you'll understand by in a minute. Rangers Radio would like to send condolences to all the friends and family of Stevie Payton, who was a singer with the Blue Notes. Scott Payton. Scott Payton. Stevie Payton, what do you have? That's you. It's got me saying that, big Stevie. Who sadly passed away, I believe, yesterday. A guy, part of the Rangers family, a tremendous vocalist, great singer, great character, and we sadly missed beyond knew him, but he'll never be forgotten because he a unique voice that I think will live with the Rangers family forever. So we're going to have a tune for Scott, and it's a tune for the Blue Notes.
Took a trip to Ibrox, my favourite team for to cheer, where they were playing the Glasgow Celtic on the first day of the year. Now the ground was filled to capacity as the teams come out to play. The animals sang the soldiers' song, and the people sang Dolly Gray. Now half-time it came when the Glasgow Celtic were in the lead. Finian Tully was drowning everywhere, shaking his rosary beads, while the green flags, they were flying high. Celtic hearts were full of pride. The second half, sure it started, and the Rangers, they turned the tide. Won't you play up the Glasgow Rangers? Oh, play up the boys in blue. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. We're here to cheer for you. Now the ball goes out to Walker, and from 30 yards he did score. Sure you couldn't hear your ears at Ibrox Park for the sash my father wore. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. Sammy Cox is on the ball. He slips it through the Williewood barn, then on through to Ian McCall to Billy Simpson. Oh, here come the boys in blue. Well, Simpson beats the Celtic centre half, and then goes number 2. Now the Rangers fans are roaring. Jardine Young, he takes a free onto the head of William Simpson, and then goes number 3, while it's 3-1 for the Rangers. That was the final score. A happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Fenians once more.
Thanks for that, Fox. That was the one and only, the great late Scott Payton, part of the Blue Notes, and a fantastic singer, and condolences once again to everybody here at Rangers Radio, to Scott and all his friends and family. What a singer, Bridge, yeah?
Absolutely brilliant. I love these songs. They're absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Playing up the Glasgow Rangers. Fantastic stuff.
That guy will be with the Rangers family long after, obviously, he's gone, unfortunately, but his songs will live on forever, maybe.
Forever, never, Phil.
Yeah.
Never.
Sad, very sad. Stevie? Well, I think we've lost Stevie.
I think his wife's got him in a headlock.
Well, as you might, he deserves it.
He's back now.
All right. You back with us, Stevie?
Oh, he's got it back on again. Yeah.
JFK will beat his door.
Yeah, he's probably up but to get his computer.
Aye. Aye. You order one out the catalogue.
Never know what you're going to get.
Aye, Stardog, that's a good point. I mean, we'll maybe debate it as the week goes on next week and what our team's going to be, but I think everybody's going to have a slightly different 11.
Oh, aye, definitely, mate. I think it's amazing how everybody's mind works differently. So because everybody's got in their own head, everybody's got a set opinion as to why this player should be in the team and things like that. And there's certain players out there one now. I mean, I think Ryan Jack, if everything goes the way I think it will go this year, I think Ryan Jack could become a squad player this year also, mate. I can't fit him in my midfield. So I think it's amazing how everybody's mind's different than it was. But that's what this show's all about. And obviously, it's going to be debates we have on here, so that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Oh, everybody sees the game different, Bridger.
Yeah, I have to say, I do agree that everybody sees things differently. My mind at the moment is that Ryan Jack and Stephen Davis will be the first two for midfield, along with the lad Glenn Kamara as number 3. Just brilliant in our field. That's my 4 midfielders, if you want. And anybody wanting their team at midfield needs to be better than any of those 4. Needs to be better.
So, can I come in, Ox?
I think Stevie's back with us. Let me just see. You had a point, and then we'll come right back to Stardog. Is that all right?
No worries, buddy.
Aye. Stevie, you back with us?
Yes, I certainly am, Ox. Aye.
Oh, right.
No, I was going to say before the break there, just about the record break with the season tickets. That I was talking to a lot of people and that. And everybody's the same mind. Is it no time now we get these corners opened up? I mean, you're hearing things like 12 to 14,000 waiting list and all the rest of it for these season tickets. Would it no make financial sense now? Now's the time to do it, especially with our 150th anniversary coming up and all.
Aye. That's, 3 years.
And it's well, that's what I'm saying. So it'd be time to maybe start it, and hopefully it's complete by then, and make financial sense and all, and it's keeping the fans happy. I mean, the amount of people I know that can't get season tickets for their boys and family sitting together, they're all dotted all our Ibrox. I mean, it maybe puts some of that to bed, Ox. I think it was yourself saying a few shows back, there's nothing like it when you're going with your own crowd to the game and you're sitting there, you're all having a laugh. Instead of 1 up there, 2 here because you can't get, And it would maybe kill a lot of that off and make the atmosphere a lot better. And then
can you tell us what you're meaning, Stevie? Can you tell us, let the lads know what you're actually meaning when you say that?
Well, but what I'm meaning is, see the screens in the corner. So, I would love to see them go and open that, fill the corners and make it nice, rounded all the way round. And obviously the main stand will just be left the way it is. But between the Brimlin and the Sandy Jardin and the Sandy Jardin and the Copy, if we could get that done, that would be absolutely brilliant. I mean, it would put a lot of things to bed. Maybe you've got your situation with the Union Bells. They'd want to go here, there and everywhere. Well, if the Union Bells are wanting to go, would the people move up into the corners and be the first ones to be there? And it maybe save a lot of carry on with different things. It just delights the families. I mean, me and my wee man are lucky sometimes we can get sitting together, and it would be great for families the kids sit together, and friends and pals that all go to the game, all your own crew sitting round about you, shouting the troops on, I just think 14,000, 12,000 people waiting list is absolutely mad, isn't it? Considering you're nearly, 45,000 season tickets. And I think it's about, 46. Well, 46, but there you go. So the bottom line here is, you need to give the fans what they want, man. There's too many of them standing in the street. Is there no 12,000, 14,000 that want to go? So we need to do it, guys. We need to get rid of. I mean, let's be honest. The screens, brilliant. I think they were brought in at first for if pop groups and all that were going to come, it would have brought money in and done different things. But let's be honest. I mean, I would rather see the screens go. I don't know about any of the boys in the panel. I would rather have seats in there and have more bears in there, creating more an atmosphere.
I'm sure there's a way you could solve where the screens go. If you felt they were important to the game, they could be put somewhere else, mate. But I'm with you, mate. If you could get another 5,000 at either end, I'm all for that, mate.
No, can I come in up?
Aye, on you go, Fox.
Evening, guys.
How are we doing, Fox?
Right, Fox.
Aye, no bad, guys. I was listening to what Stevie was saying there. Look, the most important thing to know, Stevie, is to get a winning team in the park. I don't know. Is it really going to be worth the while to spend the amount of money to alter all the stadium, mate, before we get a winning team on the park? Let's get the football sorted out, and then we can do alterations coming up to 2022 if they're going to do anything like that. We've got loads of things to do. Unfortunate it is for people that can't get tickets at the moment, but they'll just have to be patient. It's been a long time to get this club back on its feet. And the most important thing for me and probably most of the fans is to start winning again, and that'll cost us money. And that's the number one priority for Rangers fans at this present time for me.
I would disagree with you there, Fox, to be honest. You know, you've got to prioritise. You want a winning team on the park first. I would just say that it would be great at the fact that once we do start getting a winning team, we could maybe look at getting the corners filled in for our 150th anniversary, you know, which is a couple of years' time. So it's just
I think it's just financial. I think it's just financial planning, Stevie. It's going to cost you 40 million.
But again, Ox, what Fox is saying, he's right. But what Fox, you've got to remember too, is the fans are the most important thing. I just think 12 to 14,000 of no getting a chance to get into the ground, standing in the street, watching the Bears. The fans are the most important thing. A winning team, 100. We really need that now. Prioritise. Fox is right in that sense, you know. But at the end of the day, longer term, bigger picture, the fans are always number one, you know. So no, it's just I can't disagree with what Fox is saying there. We've got to get a winning. We're all, let's be honest, every one of us are choking for a bit of silverware. You know, I mean, we're pulling the hair out our head, you know, so in my case, I'm growing it. So, no, I can't disagree with Fox, but it would solve a lot of problems, you know, reunion Bears, creating more an atmosphere, and getting 12,000 Bears off the street and into Ibrox, you know.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't disagree with that, mate, but I think there's sense of what the old wise one says, but I think you're...
100%, yes, 100%.
So can I just ask the question then, just for a wee bit of detail in case MD...
I thought you were going to give the money to alter the corners there.
So you were saying, take the screens away, and where like say we're the Celtic corner now, we'll call it a Celtic corner, you'll put a double tier in there. Is that what you're saying?
Make it a bowl, mate, right round.
That's what I'm saying.
2/3 of the ground, yeah.
You'll make a double tier in there, and it's the same at the Copeland, and there'll be no screen at all. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering what would happen, because the major objection when we tried it, a long time ago, we thought about just putting the Celtic fans in the bottom tier, the Broomlawn, and the Rangers fans above, and they wouldn't let that happen. I just wonder how that will happen then. It should be all right. It should be okay. But that means that there'll be more than, in all probability, if you put the Celtic fans in where they are now, and you've got another set of seats above them. I don't know how that will work from a security perspective.
I don't think we can look at building a stadium just for 2 games a season.
No. I'm only saying if you do that, I'm just trying to think. That's all. What it'll mean. And yes, it'll give you an extra number of seats, and an extra couple of hundred seats.
Oh, mate, an extra. No, that'll give
600 seats.
I'll give you thousands of seats, mate.
What? Just at the thousands? Oh, 800.
Remember, he's taking that up and run. He's making it it's like a V getting slotted in. Am I right, Stevie? That's the way
That's
I'm.
correct, aye. You're just taking it for the Brimland Road, the top three of the Brimland Roads, you're just taking it all the way round and joining it onto the Govan.
Well,
So you would get it right?
Yeah, but you've done. Sorry, at the present moment, it is joined, right? You've got that V, and that's where the away
Aye, the
supporters
bottom,
are.
he's
Aye,
bringing
the
it right
bottom.
round the top.
Right, but you're above that, you're going to make do the same in there.
Aye, yes.
So in that V at the present moment, there's 800 seats, or that's what we used to say as anyway. There's something like 800 seats. Let's say it's 1,000 for round figures. So then have another 1,000 up the top.
No, but more than that, Bridge, you might with V out because the gap gets bigger and
opens
bigger.
up. Aye, it opens up.
Anyway, you've got a caller on the phone.
And hopefully it'll be Dave King, mate, just to let us know what's happening with the corners. How we doing, caller?
Finance it.
How we doing, lad? This is Jamesy for the True Blues Loyal. How we doing, guys? All right?
How we doing, Jamesy? All right, mate?
I'm all right, pal. I'm just listening to your show tonight. There's a few kind of good callers and good points put across tonight.
What's in your mind?
Just for the fact as well with this boy, Aribo, everybody keeps going on about it. Everybody keeps asking on Twitter and things like that on our Twitter page and asking if I've got any updates and things like that. I'm just kind of stuck in the dark as much as everybody else at the moment, waiting for this boy to be announced. But apparently the medicals went through and everything went fine, but they're just waiting for this boy to be announced. So
if I was a betting man, I think it might be tomorrow afternoon. Not that I've got any inside information.
All right, okay. No worries at all. Aye, that's what they keep asking me as well, if I've got any news, but I don't have anything, so everybody that goes on our Twitter page on for the True Blues Loyal, I don't have any information obviously, but you're saying tomorrow afternoon, then that sounds good enough.
Well, Bridgeman's told me he's going out to Ibrox after lunchtime, so there's a...
James, as far as I'm hearing, what I heard was they're going to wait until he comes into Portugal to be with the squad, and then they're going to announce it. But then, like everything else, you hear about five or six different stories. But that's the one I heard anyway.
Exactly. As well, there's another kind of few questions getting asked as well. Gerrard came out and said basically he's looking for another centre back, and he's made it no kind of secret that we need 4 centre backs, and obviously 2 for each position. So who is the names that have been linked? Because what we're hearing through the grapevine is the boy Lawrence, Suter, and also I believe Cooper's back on the radar as well. Is that right?
Oh, Cooper, please.
Bridge likes the boy Cooper for Millwall. Aye, he likes a Jack Cooper, big 6'5".
That's the one I want. That's the one I want.
That's what I'd like to see.
I'll kill him, Stevie. That's what I want.
I'd like to see that boy as well at the centre back pairing as well, either with Katic or Goldson. But Katic and Goldson for the last 6 games, the last 7 games of the season were absolutely outstanding.
Absolutely brilliant, pal. Brilliant.
Yeah, I know. They were great. They were absolutely brilliant together. And obviously at the start of the season as well, when it was Katic and Goldson before Worrell came in, we didn't seem as if we were like dodgy or anything like that at the back. We looked solid. And then the last the last 6 games into the 7, obviously last game of the season and things like that, but Katic was away and they looked a bit frail at the back. So I think Katic and Goldson at the centre back pairing looked absolutely solid together, and that would be personally mine at the start of the season and see how well. But obviously Europa League games coming up and things like that, there's going to be a wee bit of rotation and things like that as well, I believe.
It'd be interesting to see. I think we need another centre back, and that's the slight on the boy Edmondson, who I think could be a good signing, but we don't know how it's going to pan out going forward. But I think we need somebody around about the Goldson age, 25, 26, 27, who has got a bit of experience under the belt, and the boy Cooper does fit the bill.
Fit the bill? Definitely. I'm saying so myself. I'd like to see that boy in, because I watched a wee bit of him all last year. Obviously when Rangers were linked with him, just kind of the highlights and things like that on TV, and the boy looked absolutely solid, and he looks as if he's a goal threat as well from kind of set pieces and corners and things like that too. So kind of be right near him if they can get him.
I let Jamesy finish and then you can come in.
No problem, mate.
Sorry, I'll let the callers have their points across as well. Obviously, as I say, you can follow us on Twitter, boys, if it's alright to plug it.
On you go, mate. Of course, we've got anybody's welcome to plug any Rangers site on here, mate.
Well, Bears, this is Jamesy from True Blues Loyal. So if you're listening to Rangers Radio tonight, you can basically come and join us on our Twitter page at the True Blues Loyal, and also we're on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook as well. And we've now just set up a charity partner for MND Scotland as well. So any kind of stuff that we're doing at the moment, we're doing an aid, we're donating an aid of £2 to MND Scotland. So it's a great charity for everybody to come and get involved in as well on our page too. So I look forward to seeing all the Bears coming down and making our page, obviously, along with the Boys for the Rangers radios, and all the Bears pedalling in the right direction together as one.
You hear me? Yeah, send a link to your Twitter page, mate, and I'm sure the boy who runs it, the Staunches, will put something on it.
Aye, no worries at all. Thanks very much, boys. Good night, and have a good show. All right.
Cheers, mate.
All right. Night, cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. There's some great Bears out there doing some great work, Steve here.
Oh, magic. Absolutely brilliant. There's not enough of it. Especially when you look at the BBC and you look at Radio Snide and then you've got this show and you've got all these boys coming on. Remember the boy there, it was just before we finished up, he came on and he was absolutely blew away with our wee show, you know. Absolutely brilliant. There's not enough of it, and fair play to the boys, doing a good thing for charity there too, which goes a long way with me, you know, and absolutely brilliant, Ox. Brilliant.
Aye. Makes you proud, Bridge, doesn't it?
Oh, it's just, you listen to someone coming on and, you know, there's more people like us, if you follow what I mean. They're every bit as fanatical, I would imagine, as us.
Stupid silver damages.
Well, stupid then, yeah. But no, it's true, you know. They've got every bit of much emotion for the Rangers as we have. And there are many of us all over the place. And it sounds really good. It really does, you know. What I wanted to say when I was asking to come in just before James went away was when you speak about
I need to cut across you, mate. You have to look in the lobby. There's a picture of Stevie's corners.
I see it actually. I was just looking there.
I think
that looks brilliant. It's talking about 6,000 seats. Incredible. Never that.
What happens when VAR comes in, mate, and we need telly so that the crowd can watch it?
I'm sure you could refit.
We'll get them a tell out a comment. Get them a tell out a comment.
Get a friendly with Cameroon. The woman's team. Oh, they were nuts, weren't they?
That was mental, wasn't it?
Oh,
by the way, as everybody else like me, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think it's a big step up for what I thought it would be, and it's been really
100%. Brilliant. It's been good. Some of the games have been absolutely magic. See, like that one I was saying there of England and the Cameroonian lasses. Oh, man. Oh, brilliant. So it was entertainment. It was absolutely magic. It did everything, so it did. But the football sense, it's a step up, aye. 100% for what you're used to watching with women. I thought it's exceeded my expectations, and some of the games have been good. But I don't know how the Teddy Bears women team are doing. I hear results here now and again, but no, it's on the up. Their game seems to be on the up, guys.
Hopefully during the season we'll try and get somebody on for Rangers ladies, mate.
I'm sure Fox will interview them.
I disappoint.
Why is it going to be so sexist about everything?
Is that live? Would that be live, Oxford?
No, we couldn't do that live, mate, honestly. We need a time delay with that interview.
Oh, brilliant. Full of Viagra interviewing the woman. Brilliant.
You're making me sore. I'm getting sore laughing here.
Ox, can I ask you a question?
As long as it's not too hard, because remember Stardug's on the panel.
Where's Rudy Bear? Because you know what happens? See, whatever Rudy has for his tea on the Tuesday night or whenever he comes on, I have that the next night.
I know. Well, I can tell you what Rudy had tonight, mate.
What do you have?
He had a bit of fillet steak with chips, triple fried chips, peas, mushrooms and onion rings.
Where's he staying? Nothing, man.
No.
You're eating chocolate chip and egg. You get all this, mate.
How do you know that, Oxdear?
I was speaking to him earlier on.
Oh, right, okay, then.
He makes a lot of money for that busking, mate.
All Rudy, brilliant.
You missed the menu, and there you go, Stevie. Stevie waits for him to come in so he can tell his missus. His missus gets him the next night. Or do you make it,
correct.
Stevie?
That's correct. That's him. I can't lose any weight. It's the cups of tea, the sandwiches and all that later on he has as well.
Love it. Just love it.
I've got a wee question for you and the boys, mate. What did they mean by the term was a star signing, mate? A big name signing. What do you mean by that?
A marquee signing.
A marquee signing. Do you mean we've got to pay a lot of money for a player, or do
Maybe
you
an
find
international.
Quality,
Maybe an international player.
Look, big name players haven't worked out that great for us there the last few years. What would you consider Kamara? Would you say he was a marquee signing, although he cost 50 grand?
No, it's no marquee signing. Not in the greatest term of the word. You're speaking about people like Terry Butcher when he came to Ibrox, you know. A guy, Ronald de Boer. Well-known, really, really top players, you know.
But in our budget, you're talking about maybe 3 to 4 million tops for a player. Yeah. Is there that great a difference between a £1 million player and a £4 million player?
Oh, goodness knows, pal. Depends on the market.
I mean, if you're talking about a marquee signing new in football, mate, you're talking over £10 million for a marquee
we're
signing.
not going to get that type of...
No, well, that's what I was asking. That's what I meant, mate.
I was trying to say to you earlier on, I think...
Maybe experience, sorry.
I think the boy Aribo is probably our marquee signing because the value of that boy is quite high. And based on what I've been reading in the follow, we're going to be paying him something, marquee wages, close to 20 grand a week. So if we're doing that, there's your marquee signing. But I don't know anything about the guy, you know, but it's a big signing. So we're going to be a big player for us.
I know what you're saying, Fox. Maybe it might be somebody that we know, mate, because let's be honest about it, some of these boys we're plucking, we don't really know them. You know, we're hoping they work out for us, but maybe somebody that's established. I'm not saying we're going to sign a world superstar like De Boer, like we've done in the past. I think we all understand where we are.
Just maybe, can I come on? Just maybe we're here. We're linked to everybody, as I said, but just for talking's sake, it was James Milner, who's just won the European Cup with Liverpool, and you were getting him, let's say we were getting somebody like him on loan for so many £1 million. He's well established, he's a good player, well known, but that would be a kind of marquee signing to me. But I know what you're saying. It doesn't matter whether it's a marquee signing, £1 million or £10 million. Everything's a gamble. Everything's a gamble until they're in the team and you actually see them. I mean, you mentioned Kamara there. Will we ever get a steal like that again?
Aye, because they're out there, mate. They are out there. I think in the signings that's come in so far, where we've paid very little money in transfer fees, we may be paying over the top a wee bit in wages, but I think that's the way to go for Rangers. If we can keep Stoke for paying out money to other clubs, the Aribo transfer for me is the perfect example. Somebody valued between 3 and 4 million and we're paying a couple of £100,000 for him. And hopefully he'll turn out to be the star that Steven Gerrard thinks he's going to be, and he'll have a sell-on value for us as a club later on in his career, mate. That's a great signing for us, I think.
Just expanding that point you made, Fox. Some of these boys that's walked in the door, do you think they'd have walked in the door if the manager wasn't there?
No, I do agree with that, but I think we've also got to look at Mark Allen's part in this. Obviously, it's him that's doing all the work in the background. We don't know how any of these transfers will turn out, but I think in amongst them we'll get some good value out of some of these boys. I don't think MD's a certainty to start on that side, apart from maybe Alan McGregor at the moment. We've no idea the first lineup we'll see and how we'll start the season in August. Could be a completely different side altogether. As Ox said rightly, It's how you make your team up and how players fit into it. So it'd be very hard to know to pick a team for Rangers at the moment, I think.
Stardog, you still with us, mate?
Pops, can I say something?
Hang on, you go, mate.
See, when we look at last season, we chopped and changed the team all the time. And I was scouting, if you cast our minds back right at the start of the season, I was saying, get at my set 11 on the part, my best 11, and keep them there. And see, coming close to the end of this season, the season there, that's what we done, and we played brilliant, so we did. So maybe there's a wee, I mean, mistakes happen, and there we found that different system. Morelos get banned, then came Defoe, and then we fund that system, and it suited us at what a T. You know what I mean? But no, I mean, we could talk about marquee signings, £10 million players, £1 million players, loan players. It's your Donald Duck, really, isn't it? It's just, it's getting them in the team, and then can they cut it? Because sometimes the badge weighs too heavy on some people, you know. And it's just a wait and see, you know. We're all hoping that the boys that Stevie Gerrard brings in, they hit the ground running, you know, and we'll get behind them no matter what anyway. But listen, every time I hear a player coming to Rangers and say, I came here because of Stevie Gerrard, I thank Mark Allen, because he's the one that brought Stevie Gerrard. He's an unsung hero for me. And his business, he does his bit. He's brilliant. I mean, they're all the players are talking about. He'll find people, he'll find clubs for them, and it'll release a few bob. And the players that they're bringing in, there's no many of them failed us so far, you know. So, it's a wait and see.
I 100% agree. Can I just say from a start-off point, if we just think back to the tail end of last season and the squad that we had there, that certainly the first team players, the ones that played against Celtic, for instance, the last game, second last game, or whatever it is, that should be our starting spot. So we've still got these players. So anybody we bring in should be as good as or better than, preferably better than. So we've got a good quality. They were a good team. They played well, particularly against the what is it, JFK calls them, puddle drinkers. So that's the level we want to be at for play. We want to play at that level. Everything about that level of play, you know, the pressure we put on, the up for the tempo, everything was there, and the players were absolutely superb, first class. So we want those players plus the ones that we're bringing in over the time. And I agree, the ones that were not in that, the ones that were in the squad but not in the first team, are the ones that will trickle away, getting them, move them out and release their wages up. And I was speaking about, for instance, Lee Wallace. That wage is gone, so the guy the manager can get that. So somewhere along the line, we need to get the balance right. But the manager sees, for me, that's the start. We were very happy at the end of the season, the way we played, particularly against them, and I thought we did very well. We need to better that now. So the guys are bringing in, get in there, boys, get in there.
Anyway, we've been joined by another caller. Evening caller.
How you doing, guys?
How we doing, mate? All right?
No bad. James for Rangers Retro Podcast. How are we?
How we doing, mate? How's things?
I just be listening in all night. Great show, guys.
You'd be as well coming and joining our gang, wouldn't you?
I know, that's the thing. I'm getting a bit of practice for the podcast coming back. Myself and Alan are getting ready to do the return episode, so get the vocal cords wound up. That's it.
James, are you looking for a computer? JFK's selling one.
I heard it was a Commodore 64 you got, aye. I had one of them when I was 9. That's how fucking old I am. Oh. But the thing about marquee signings, but before that I touch on that, there was, I think it was at Blue Shadow in the lobby, was saying something about we need to get big names because Lovenkrands and Kanchelskis, you know, were more money to put on the back of shirts. Well, my wife used to work at the Rangers shop before it was, you know, the old Sports Direct one back in the kind of early 2000s. And I mean, she told me a funny story. She was doing the printing and Lovenkrands came in. It was with his nephew or something like that, one of his pals, wee boys. And you know yourself, we don't ever seem to do like replica names and numbers. You know, in the size of Wayne's, it's like you get a Wayne's top and they slap these gigantic adult names and numbers on it. So he comes up and he goes, I want Lovenkrands 26 in the back of the wee boy's top here. My wife turns around and says to him, would you want me to do, take the vowels out? You know what I mean? It was, how's it meant to fit on the back of the bloody tote? So you're not going to make much money taking all the letters out of it. But no, it's, you know, it's one of the things. But no, it's
Did they put on it, Peter?
I just think it's living creams. You know what I mean? But I mean, we've not got the budget now. I mean, I heard the names like Ronald de Boer and that getting flung about. I mean, Ronald de Boer cost us £4.5 million for Barcelona. You know what I mean?
He was a star when we signed him, mate.
He was
a star.
He was a marquee signing.
It was a marquee signing, but that's the thing. But we're never going to bring the kind of guys.
Never going to be that level again.
But he never made the headlines because him and Flo came in together.
But the thing is, he's another star that came in because of the man that was in charge, you know.
Because the Advocate, he managed to plug some things because he managed him at the Dutch national team. But I mean, to think we got him for £4.5 million, I mean that shows you how much football's moved on. I mean, what would Ronald de Boer be worth to come to us for Barcelona? Well, you know what I mean?
Well, he's a good age now, mate. I think we get him quite cheap.
Aye, we get him cheap now. Aye, yeah, he's got more hair now than he did when he played for us. I'll tell you that much. You've seen pictures of him recently.
Same as Bridgman.
Oi! Hey, you! Leave me the Bridgman alone, boy. Shocker.
Are you happy with the signings, James?
I mean, I know a lot of folks think some of them are squad players, and I think guys like Jones might surprise us. I mean, Greg Stewart, I think he's very much in the kind of squad player bracket. Aribo, as I said when I was on, I think it was last week I was on, or earlier on in the week, when you done your last show. I think, given the interest, I mean, apparently there was Bundesliga teams in for him, there was, Premier League teams interested. I mean, Charlton, their fans on Twitter are, extremely salty because I think they're wanting, a new contract and him to make them a couple of million. But I think this boy could make us a tidy profit along with the likes of Kamara. And like it or no, that's got to be the model that we follow. We need to use, we need to exploit that cross-border loophole, bring in guys on a couple of 100,000, and then if they do well, then we're selling them for, a good few million and making that kind of profit and reinvesting back in the team again. The days I get bringing in guys like your Laudrups and Gascoignes and the game's left us behind. And I don't just mean us as in Rangers, I mean Scottish football. I mean, clubs like Charlton that are getting all arrogant with our fans on Twitter, talking down our game. And it's, our game might not be the best quality, but it's not the easiest. These guys sit there with their Sky TV money and their arrogance and they go, Kilmarnock, Dundee, St Mirren, how hard can it be to beat these teams? But they don't realise the pressure that we're under up here. I mean, Charlton go along to their games and they hope they win, or they would like to win. We go along to our games and we expect to win, and that's a different type of pressure for a player. That's a different mentality. And if you can deal with that, then you've got the mental toughness to go and play at another level. And I think these guys doing South East fans that live in their sheltered Sky TV bubble, they tend to kind of, they don't realise the intensity of our game up here. Every game's a cup final for Rangers, you know what I mean? Because every team wants to beat us.
It's unique. Well, it's not unique. I mean, you can put an argument that Real Madrid and Barcelona have to put up with the same thing, and there's other teams in other countries, but it's pretty unique in the pressure. It's not just winning. If we win 1-0 every week, all right, Bridge will be happy, but the rest of us will be gone nuts.
Shocker.
I think there's a lot of misplaced. I mean, let's not kid yourself. Charlton wouldn't win the Scottish Premier League whether they think they would or they wouldn't. They wouldn't come close, mate.
Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
But I think there's also, because the national team doesn't do as well, and that's a whole different debate at the moment. Doesn't help the Scottish football debate when you're south of the border, mate.
You don't have problems. I mean, as I say, the arrogance that they've got down there, they just don't seem to appreciate that. I mean, far bigger and better players than Aribo have come north and failed. You know what I mean? Let's not forget the one that we had recently with Joey Barton. Came up here thinking he was going to, boss this league and get literally sent back down south with his tail between his legs. He can go back for base side to the old firm, You know what I mean? They had Thomas Gravison, they had Freddie Lumberg, all these guys were at the tail end of their career, Roy Keane. You know, these guys came up here with big reputations and, you know, they end up retiring, you know, in shame. You know, they come up here thinking they were going to boss the league. And likewise, we've the guys, I mean, who remembers Nuno Capuccio? The guy who ripped Celtic apart in the UEFA Cup final in 2003, I thought, you're a beauty. This guy's going to tear it up, and he was absolutely rotten. Nuno Capuccio. Nuno Capuccio. No, I mean, the boy with the Alice band, he was absolutely rotten.
So how's it going with your podcast?
We're getting things in place to come back for the first episode. So we're kind of mixing it up a wee bit this year. We used to kind of pick a kind of game that was for the past that was tied into the kind of current date. But if we kept on doing that, we would end up running out of games. So I thought, well, we're kicking off the new season with a kind of mini-series, as we call it. So we're going to basically every week, we're going to start with a 92-93 Champions League run. So we're going to start with the qualifiers, kind of talk through that. We'll kind of talk about the current squad as well, you know, review the signings, opinions, same kind of ideas what you guys are doing on here, just having a gab and giving our thoughts. But for the kind of retro-focused part of it, it's going to basically be we'll start with the Lyngby and the Leeds United games. We'll put the two qualifiers into one episode, go through that and have a kind of a recap and review.
I was at them both, mate. I was at them both.
And then each week, all days, we'll just have a group stage match every week. So that should take us, you know, for essentially 7 weeks. You know, that will cover a fair bit. I'm going to try and get some sound bites and kind of commentary mixed in there as well for the goals.
Fox might tell his vocal story when he was topless playing the big bass drum coming down the street. You think I'm kidding?
Brilliant.
Sorry, James. Carry on, mate.
No, I'm just saying, no, it's basically going to be, so it'll take us about 7 weeks to get through that, and that's kind of the idea that we want to do, like kind of mini-series. You know, we'll do something about the Dutch contingent, you know, under Advocat, and kind of, you know, classic players. We'll review some retro strips as well, you know, things like that. So it's full steam ahead, as I said. I had to kind of chuck it for a while because obviously my wee girl and obviously family took priority in changing nappies and making bottles and stuff like that. But she's up and running about, but she also sleeps all night now, so I've got a wee bit of time to actually do these things again. So no, I'm looking forward to getting back into it. So if any of your listeners fancy a bit of Retro Rangers action, you can find us at Rangers Retro Pod on Twitter. Give us a wee follow and you'll get all the links on there to how to listen to us whenever we do come back.
Sounds good. That'll be a bit of listening for me.
It doesn't mean you can come on here and talk about all the up-to-date events as well, mate.
I think we're talking about up-to-date stuff for everyone, but I said that the focus of what we do is it's in the name, it's Rangers Retro, so the kind of the bulkier stuff is pretty much aimed around, as I say, it's about bringing smile to older Bears faces and maybe educating some of the younger Bears who want me about to witness what is for me the greatest era. Certainly for me I was born in 79, so I started going to Ibrox. My uncle took me to my first game. It was the Partick Thistle game at the end of season 92-93. So it was at 3-1, 2 goals for Gary McSwiggan, 1 for David Hagan that day. So that was my first game that I went to. So talking back about season tickets as well, by the way, just to kind of thinking about that, my uncle used to have to go to Ibrox. But he would get up at 4:30 every Monday morning to go, and you know where the old ticket office used to be underneath the icons of Ibrox sign that you've got on Edmiston House now.
Aye.
It was that the kind of you still see the kind of blue fences as it was doing it a zigzag. Used to call it the dungeon, but you never had internet in the days, so you had to get up at 4:30 in the morning and go and queue up to get any kind of public sale tickets. So that was back in the days whenever you used to never the chance, and I think it's getting like that again now. You know, it's with the amount of season ticket holders you've got now, it's public sale is going to be gold dust, absolute gold dust to get in these days.
Before the season tickets came to the fore, which was in the 87-88 season, Souness's second season, That the season before that, his first one was absolutely mental with the public sale. Mental.
Aye.
And I hope this season people that can't make it to games are smart enough to offer Rangers the tickets back if they can't make it, and other people can get a chance to use them this year. And because there's nothing worse than empty seats when people are looking for tickets, you know.
Aye. Well, that's what I said in the chat as well. You know, it's like it or no, it's no slagging anybody off. I mean, positivity breeds demand. So, it's during the lower leagues getting a season ticket was no bother. Even the first couple of years back in the Premier League with Warburton and Cassini, it was alright to get a season ticket. But whenever Gerrard came in, it just went absolutely crazy. But that's what happens, fans that maybe didn't want to go, or maybe were scunnered or whatever, all of a sudden the positivity brings them back. I mean, some folk call them glory hunters, some folk call them fair weather fans. You see a fair amount of moaning on Twitter about that kind of thing, but at the end of the day, we've got 14,000 people. I say my brother-in-law is still in his seat I sat beside him all the way through the lower leagues, and as I said in the lobby, I had to give up my ticket when my wee lassie was born for financial reasons, but I think if I remember the number when I joined the waiting list was 10k. So, I mean, I just turned 40 last month, so I might be 50 by the time I get a ticket. So, I'm not holding my breath.
But if we get the corner sorted, Big Stevie gets that sorted, everything will be alright.
That's it. Get Big Stevie on to Dave Kingman. Get Colin for the Rangers Lotto involved, and I'll get some of the budget for that and get the corners built in.
I mean, I think it's fabulous where we are, and it'd be even worse if we start winning, mate. But I mean, if we were
that's going to be mental.
Can I come in there, Ox? Yeah.
On you go, mate.
It's just to say, particularly to the boys in the lobby and everybody that's listening, if you're a season ticket holder, your season ticket card is going to change. If you don't know already, they're putting out brand new plastic cards for season tickets this year. Any friendlies that you're booked for, if you haven't received them yet, you will receive a card or a paper ticket. They'll post that out to you. When I was over at that meeting last week, and I went up to the ticket office to check on a few things, and they told us that. So I don't know if I let you know last week when we were on, but that's happening. So brand new cards for season ticket holders, and that's happening in August. You'll get a brand new card through for yourself in August.
Many friendlies have you got just now, Bridge? I think I've only got.
I've got two.
Marseille ticket, innit? Marseille.
No, I've got two. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Aye, Oxford
United, yes, and then Marseille.
Aye.
So just to say that they definitely come through. I don't know whether I meant to say to people, and I don't know if I did or not, to tell you the truth. Oxford United.
Reasonably priced. The Oxford ones are for us.
Who's doing the Titans?
Bridge trying to get his ticket out.
I'm just pulling my
envelope. We'll need to have a wee game of that, guess what somebody's doing there, because I'm good at that. I knew that's what he was doing there.
Oh dear.
Apparently it's new card readers apparently that have been installed as well. My mate was telling me in work today it's brand new card readers.
Everybody's it's all new. That's what I'm saying. It's brand new cards that are coming out in August. It's all going to happen.
Aye.
Full
but
change.
The readers. Aye, the readers.
That's right. The things at the door. Aye.
They're changing as well. What's wrong with them? I thought they were pretty quick.
Who knows?
Do you know, I think they might have missed a trick there. See along with your new season card that's coming out. Do you think that you should have been able to put £20 on the card so that if you're going up for a pie, instead of the daft use that you go into now, you just swipe your card because you've got credit on it, no money. That should have been an option they should have offered onto the tickets.
That's a brilliant idea. So
that's a show on its own, Fox. That's a show on its own.
Aye, absolutely.
How we can improve the match day experience,
Aye.
So. You back with Stevie?
Aye, sorry there, Ox. I had to jump down and get Myra Hindley a wee oyster at the van there. She liked my wee oyster there.
Myra Hindley.
I'm not a sponge man, mate. I prefer a sponge to an oyster.
Well, I'm a double nugget. She's a wee oyster, mate, you know, so I just seen the van at the corner of my eye. I had to lead
Listen, I've just heard that there's somebody in a taxi just put a brick through a Comet or a Curry's in Braehead Shopping Centre, so if anybody knows...
Somebody's put a brick through it, haven't they?
Aye, we're looking for a stocky guy with a short haircut.
With a deep voice. JFK, brilliant.
Wow, Bridgeman.
Auction rate is not a Just Giving page. We'll get Jimmy and you can score.
Stop, please.
I wonder if Bill Gates will donate.
The wheelchair.
Oh, brilliant. That's super duper.
So GFK.
One of the boys, JFK, one of the boys, drum major at front of the bond. He's done everything. He's done the works. I mean, puts his uniform on with a boomerang. Everything. The man's done everything.
Oh boy, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. I'm so looking forward to the season starting. So looking forward to seeing my team.
Who's your pick out of the signing so far, Bridge? Who are you most looking forward to seeing?
I've been asking for a few days, and I'm searching everywhere for this boy Aribo. I'm really, really keen. If the story's true about the wages, he must be some player. If we're going to pay 20 grand a week wages, he must be some player. But up to now, what can I say? I said it last season. I doubt very much if we're going to get him. But if we could get Ryan Kent, then he'd be a signing for any season. But based on the form we finished up with at the tail end of the season, he would be really good. But I'm quite happy. Kamara's there. I thought he was an absolute steal. He shouldn't have been there until now, but we managed to get him forwarded. Stephen Davis signing on for a year. You can't see if he continues that form. He was outstanding for us last 2 months of the season. Outstanding. So
I'm looking forward to seeing the boy Ojo.
Well, there you go.
He's coming here with a big reputation. A lot of Liverpool fans have said that he's better than Kent. Oh, wow. So I'm hoping that he lives up to the billing. And he looks a big, powerful boy, plenty of skill. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
I just hope that during the close season here, or pre-season, that the shall we say the squad know how to protect if somebody's back. An old Commodore 64 picture. But I've been well good. It's a shocker. Sorry, I can't stop laughing. No, I'm not being funny, but we need to protect them. What I've been saying all the time, we need to protect our own players. Our team needs to gather round and make sure as soon as anything happens to any of our players, everybody right in there and get it sorted out. Start a Rami, get it sorted out. Sorry, boys.
No, who I'm looking forward to see Jordan Jones. He's either going to be a hit or a miss, and see if we take his international for him, and he plays the way he's been playing for Northern Ireland. You're talking about Stephen Davis there. I'm looking forward to Jordan Jones. I really do think he's going to cut it. I really do. Just by the way he's talking, and I've just got a gut feeling that the boy's going to do the business for us. He's really keen, and he really wants to play for us. And I think he's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to see what wee Jones can do for us.
I agree with you, Stevie, 100%. I've said that a long time ago. I was excited. I'm going to be excited to see that boy playing. I think he's a smashing player. I do.
Well, Bridge, he's got one thing you need in fitness pace, and he's got it in abundance.
He's got it, and he's got a shot. He's got a shot, and he's no scared to have a shot for outside the box, which we always like to see, you know.
But when you playing him, Stevie, right or left?
Left.
I don't know. What about a free roll? Switching him about? I don't know.
I think it would be between him and Murphy for the left wing.
Jamie Murphy. I was just... I don't know. I really don't know. I've not thought about it, but I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to seeing the boy play for us. I really am. Dodby's international for him. I was watching a few games there. I thought when he came on, he made an impact. I thought he was good in the games he came on. And I'm really looking forward to it.
He carries the ball well. What I've seen with the couple of Northern Ireland games, I never seen the whole game. I've seen part of it. He moves you 30 yards up the park quite easily, you know.
Aye. He's good running with the ball. I'll agree with that.
It's Stardog, you back with us, mate? Are you still sitting there?
I'm here, mate. I'm here.
All right, mate. Who are you looking forward to seeing, mate?
I'm looking forward to seeing Ojo and Aribo. I mean, I was going to say earlier, I just went on to a Charlton fan reaction on like YouTube thing, and all I could find on it was before the playoff final, and it was like there was like 13 or 14 players they could possibly lose. This fan went through, and Aribo was obviously one of the players. And this boy was ranting about him, saying it was him and two other boys, but on Aribo, this boy was saying, Ken, it really depends if we can get promotion or whether he stays or no. He's a hot prospect for the future. There was Premier League teams sniffing about him, as somebody else said, there was Bundesliga teams sniffing about him and things like that. See the fact that we've got him in this cross-border deal, and Gerrard's managed to talk him into coming up here. Lee Boyer didn't want to lose him. Lee Boyer was on the Talk Sport radio saying, Ken, he felt that Joe Aribo's future had to be in the Championship for him to develop his playing career and things like that. So in one area this is Lee Boyer, and the other area this is Steven Gerrard. And Steven Gerrard's managed to talk this player into coming up here, and he's a highly rated prospect down there. So this Charlton fan was devastated, the fact that they could be losing him. So I'm looking for big things for this boy, and I think he will be straight in the team, because I've heard he's on like triple wages, basically, whatever that means, like a triple salary or whatever that is. So I'm looking forward to seeing this boy. But Shea Ojo was like, he was one of Brendan Rodgers' favourite youths at Liverpool, and he played a lot of games for Rodgers, so he's devastating when he gets going, and that's all he needs. I said earlier, that boy just needs a bit of consistency in the team walks, and he'll be devastating in the right hand side, but he can also play in the left. But the highlights I watched, every time they cut in after the right hand side, they just seemed to find the top corner, and they just made it look so easy. So if he could bring some of that to our club next year, I think that'd be absolutely magic. So I'm looking forward to seeing the two boys, Aribo and Ojo.
I think the problem is, if you're going to see them at the moment, you can't see Stephen Davis no playing, you can't see Scott Arfield no playing. Obviously the season develops, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Somebody's got to miss out. This is the thing, but this is the thing we spoke about. For the sake of our club, if we have to develop and take our club forward, there's just certain players that will not be able to come with. Stevie Davis will be in the team next year for me. Anyway, I believe Glenn Kamara will be there, and I believe Aribo will be there, and I think that'll be the three main midfielders this year. That has gone by. We're playing the same formation we played last year. We don't know anything yet until the first line-up, obviously. So we'll just need to wait and see.
Just before you come in, but just come back to what Stevie said about Jordan Jones. You mentioned Kamara there. I heard he gets some review in one of his performances for Finland. Both teams were commenting on it. Bridgman, in you come, mate.
No, a quality player, Kamara. Can I just say that? And one of the few players I'm glad we put some money into, because you know how I felt about getting other teams' money. However, I was just going to say, the boy Aribo, I'm delighted to say, as far as I know, he's a left-footed player. So the only left-footed midfielder we've got in our books, if my memory serves me right, is in fact Andy Halliday. So Aribo will be, shall we say, delighted. Will be a delightful addition to the squad. And if he's going to be a first-team player, well, he's going to go to play in the left, isn't he? For sure.
Anyway, gentlemen, I can't believe where the tours I went. Hopefully it's that time of the evening. Thanks for all your help, but it's over to the bridge.
God, what can I say? What a marvellous evening once again. Thanks very much to everybody. I thoroughly enjoyed it and a good laugh. So I hope that the JFK gets his microphone sorted for Monday night. So to everybody, to other Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, please keep it going for the Rangers. Just keep it going, because we're going to need it. Keep it going.
Cheers, Bridge. Thanks for that. Can I thank everybody that's took the time to call us tonight, this evening. It's been a pleasure. Rangers Radio will be back on Monday night for the whole season. That's the start of the season 2019-2020. Thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks for all the calls, and thanks to the lads at the technical in the background. And once again, all our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of Scott Payton. Take it away, Fox.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, across the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and I've heard the 40s roar. I've flied the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea, but never see back home in Scotland more than all the rest of me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. And it's past on the really just clear stream. No more I'll sail the seven seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the urge again, I'm back where I belong. At 3 o'clock each Saturday I'll join the mighty throng, with flags and banners